Spontaneous dancing in Kirkuk. I'm Peter Chhum, and I'll tell you why coming up. I'm standing right outside of a ring where knights were just engaged in full combat. This helmet is one someone was just wearing, and it's got some weight to it. If it's one thing this festival offers, it's the committed characters. So while you're downtown and don't feel like waiting in a crowded restaurant to eat, look no further than these food trucks. Students walking through the Kirkhoff Center and Connection on Friday afternoon were met with a musical surprise.
On my knees, I pray.
A flash mob erupted as students ran into a literal movement called West Michigan Rising, an event that's part of a global campaign titled 1 Billion Rises.
It's an international event to raise awareness and bring justice to victim survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence. It affects over 1 billion women in this world.
West Michigan Rises team was comprised of various organizations, community members, and college students all gathering to dance in unison. And dancing, organizers say, is an effective way to get attention.
We got to interrupt business as usual. We need people to see us. We need to be out there. We need to be loud. This is an epidemic, and it's something that I think a lot of people are scared to talk about.
It's also a way for us to show survivors, we're here with you. Like, this terrible thing happened to you, but we're going to rise, and we're going to dance, and we're going to show you that you're not alone.
And from what we can see, they were able to successfully deliver their message.
Like they're, doing something to help prevent rape and get awareness out there. Sounds like a pretty cool idea. I mean, definitely got people's attention.
Let us dance to end violence. Let us shape the earth into awareness. Let us rise, West Michigan.
Please silence your cell phones and no texting during the movie. The feature presentation of the Grand Rapids Film Festival is about to begin.
Well, the Grand Rapids Film Festival is a celebration of film and the filmmaking community. We want to entice filmmakers to see the value of this city, of West Michigan, of Michigan in general, in terms of shooting their projects here, creating films here.
The festival was held at the Kendall College of Art and Design in downtown Grand Rapids and screened 46 films. The event also provided Q&As and panel discussions with the directors and actors of the movies that were shown.
I really want people to see that we have some magical stuff here. You don't have to be James Cameron living somewhere else to have amazing stuff. We have the James Camerons right here. We have the ideas right here. What I really wanted to show is, hey, look at what we can do. Just because we're not making $100 million features doesn't mean that we don't have a $100 million feature mentality.
I think Grand Rapids, their art scene has really exploded in the last few years. With Art Prize, and that's been really cool to see. But there's a lot of filmmakers here, but I'm not seeing a lot of film festivals. So it's great to have a place where all these filmmakers can come together and talk about their work and present their work.
The Grand Rapids Film Festival is a building block in the cultural status of the city. In a place that reveres art in the form of sculptures and paintings with Art Prize, this festival strives to bring that excitement in a cinematic form. In Grand Rapids, I'm Peter Chhum.
What's your all-time favorite movie from your childhood?
I think either Lion King or Toy Story 2.
Oh, those are classics.
Yeah.
We love them. Well, this year we have some really great nominations. So why don't we take a look through them? You can tell me about them, because some of them I don't know about.
Okay.
And then we can talk about what you think's going to win.
Got you covered.
All right, let's talk about this first one.
Okay, this first one is The Croods. It comes to us from DreamWorks, and it is about this caveman family in this prehistoric time setting. They've seen a lot of their neighbors get eaten by dinosaurs or kind of fall suffer to their dangerous surroundings, so their father becomes very protective. His way of protecting his family is to hide them in a cave. Now, while they're surviving, they aren't necessarily living. An earthquake crushes down in their cave, and they're forced to venture out into this world that they're so scared of. But along the way, they find this dangerous but beautiful world, and they begin to realize that adapting to change is really a way of living, and that you can't live in a world dominated by fear.
So some great teachable moments for your kids.
Definitely.
Perfect, The Croods. So I know a lot of kids have seen this one. A lot of families were surprised by how great it was. And now we're watching it again.
It looks like it's a beautiful movie. It looks like a kid took a coloring book and just kind of went crazy with the coloring, and they turned to a 3D movie. There's no regard for any particular color. Spring rolls are actually pretty healthy and they're pretty quick to make. You know,
Oh,
to
I'm
give you
sure
that
your mother would be
nostalgic feeling.
so proud of you. Okay, so now that we have the rice noodle on.
Now finally, you want to put the shrimp to bed. So let's take the
Okay.
shrimp. I like to put about 3. So I put them right on top.
I'm going to move this so that everyone can see how beautiful
Oh,
these are
totally.
going to look. Okay, so we're going to put a couple shrimp in and
I
kind
usually
of
put
like
about 3, and I put them right in line with each other, sleeping right next to each other.
perfect, right on their puffy little bed.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
I can get this on. Okay.
I'm excited to like kind of use
Now-
this as a little sleeping bag. How
Totally.
do I
Now
do it so I
see-
don't rip it?
Oh, you just got to be real careful. Now you got to
Okay.
tuck it in and put your fingers on this, kind of wrap it over.
Peter, this is
There you go.
awesome. I'm loving this. Would your mother be proud of me or would she be, Miranda, you don't know what you're doing?
Oh no, you're doing way better than me. And so after you get there, you want to roll the sides in.
Kind of like a
They're the
little
shape.
sleeping bag?
Yeah. You want to make sure they're tucked in. You don't want them sleepwalking. They want to get
No,
nice and
they
sleep.
cannot get out. They're in.
So you want to
I
roll
like this because you know what? This is something families can definitely do together. Kids are going to love this.
Totally. And there you go. Just a little
Voila.
delectable shrimp sleeping bag. This is called Paranorman. Now, this introduces us to this quiet kid named Norman. He possesses the unique ability to converse and see ghosts. Now, no one else in his city can do this, so he's kind of casted as the weirdo, kind of different out there. But when his city's cursed under a spell by a witch, it's up to Norman to use these paranormal powers he has, and he kind of has to save the city. And in doing so, fair warning to moms out there, this is the most alarming, definitely most scary for kids. Maybe myself, I may or may not have saw
Did you
some
get a little
scenes.
scared?
I might have been under the blanket a little bit.
All right,
I
so
might
what's your
have been.
pick? What do you think is going to win?
I think Paranormal takes this one only because it's the Oscars and they're kind of known for their obscure picks. This one, it's a bit scary, but at the core of it, it promotes the theme of self-acceptance and really embracing the unique qualities that make us individuals.
Great.